for a second night. Desperate Muslims have refused to allow it to leave because they are afraid of renewed attacks by their enemies, the Croats. A UN spokesman says, quote, they have a point. ABC's Jim Laurie went into Mostar with the convoy.
The way out of Mostar was across a littered no man's land. Muslims and Croats have been battling it out here for 4 months. We escorted 5 badly wounded children being evacuated by a private relief worker from Britain. Among them, 10-year-old Selma, covered in shrapnel wounds. She had lost an arm, she could lose an eye. Yet these children were the lucky ones to escape from the hell on earth which is Mostar. Trapped behind about 30,000 people, and trapped with them too the UN relief convoy which Wednesday wound its way through tough terrain to bring in the first food and medicine for months. The convoy blockaded by a desperate people and a Muslim army which is losing the war on all fronts. Several Muslim soldiers began erecting barricades just behind me using buses, and then the people turned out. The demands: unless the UN could help guarantee the security of Mostar, the UN convoy would be held hostage. Women sit down in front of the UN vehicles. Efforts by UN officials to negotiate their way out have turned into shouting matches. The crowds make impossible demands. The UN must take up guns and fight for us, some told me. We will die as soon as the UN leaves because the Croats are just waiting to launch bigger attacks. Mostar is a city of rubble where you learn quickly what is outgoing or incoming fire. A place with no electricity, where collecting water puts you in the sights of snipers, where thousands sleep in crowded basement shelters because they've lost their homes. It's a place of constant agony, where for every wounded child evacuated, another replaces him. 3-year-old Almira and 5-year-old Damir eating breakfast when a tank round blew apart their kitchen. Fear, anger, and despair, born of the sight of wounded children, that has pushed people here to blockade an aid convoy, to see the UN as their last chance for survival. Jim Laurie, ABC News in Mostar.